Hello friends, and welcome back today for a brand new makeup review. Today I have for you the Legend of Korra collection from Colourpop. I am very excited to dig into this collection, see what it's all about, test out all of the products, do some swatches for you, get into it. So if that sounds good, let's go ahead now and get started. Okay, so this just arrived from Colourpop. This is a brand new collection to them. It just launched today as I'm filming this, so I will have links to it down below. I am an affiliate with Colourpop. I do have a coupon code. It's just MakeupMolly5, and I get you $5 off if you want to use it on this collection. I am not familiar with Legend of Korra, but I really liked the Avatar collection, and this kind of is giving me that same kind of vibes. I didn't look into it too much, but I see like the Avatar symbol, like the arrow and everything, so I'm assuming that this has something to do with the Avatar, and I loved that collection. So I'm excited to see what this one is about. This is the palette itself, so it's called the Legend of Korra palette. And here is the packaging. I love this blue. It's not something we see a ton from them. And then the inside of the packaging has really cool art here on the side, and then you have all of the colors right there on the inside. So what's cool about this palette is it has that really fun like swirl pan in there. I always love when they do those. I feel like they're so interesting, and I love when they do the little stamps in the eyeshadows too. I just think it makes it a little bit more fun. So we do have the palette. I'll do swatches for you in a second, but I want to show you the rest of the collection. Next, there is a Super Shock highlighter, and you have the cool packaging on this one as well. This is called Spirit Wilds. How fun! I haven't seen any promo on this yet either, so this is like all first impression, but look at that. That's kind of cool. The swirl pan there, that looks really, really fun. And here's a look at that front packaging. I like that a lot. And then let's see what else we have. I saw there are some liquid eyeshadows, which I don't remember like seeing these in another collection. Like maybe these are new, but I'm excited to try them out. These are called the Chrome Liquid Eyeshadows. There are 4 different colors. So these are all of the elements. So we have the water, fire, air, and then we also have earth, and they are just a liquid shadow. They are minis, like they're pretty small, but I'm actually not mad at the fact that they're small because I feel like liquid eyeshadows do tend to dry up pretty quickly. So I actually like the idea that these are tiny because hopefully then you can get the chance to use them up. And then next in the collection we have a Fresh Kiss, and this is the lip creme formula in the shade Loyal Friend. And I love when they do these little packagings with the side like that. I feel like it's really fun. So this one looks to be a nude color. And then there's another Fresh Kiss. Again, this one is also a creme, and this one is Partner in Crime. You have the little raccoon there on the side. And then this one is more of like a burgundy color there. And then lastly, there are 2 graphic liners to the collection. So we have this one here and then this one here. I'll start with swatching just so we can kind of see. So this one here is the Heart to Heart graphic liner, and these are actually really nice. I have been using them a little bit. I have the brown one that I keep upstairs. It dries down really matte and it looks nice on the eyes. The formula is also pretty easy to use if you've never seen them before. They're just like a little felt tip right there, and they have the packaging as well, part of the collection. So there are those 2 colors. So we've got like a blue and then again like a brown. These have such a cool shift. These are the chrome shadows. These look really nice. They're very pigmented and they have like a cool holographic look to them. So the first one is the fire, then we have water, earth, and then the last one there is air. I think those look really nice. I'm excited to try those out on the face. And then let's do some swatches of the lips next. Here are the 2 Fresh Kisses. I know I have everything just on one arm here, but figured that was easy enough. So we've got the nude there on the top and then the burgundy shade there as well. And then we just have that highlight. So let's see what that looks like. I'm excited to kind of swirl my finger in this because it does look so pretty. It's like I almost don't want to mess it up, but I will. Ooh. I really loved the highlight that they did with the Avatar one, like the blue one. That was so pretty. So high hopes for this one. Okay, yep, it's got a cool shift. It's like a peachy pink shift to it. That looks cool. All right, I'm excited about this. So let's do the eyeshadow palette, of course, last. After swatching these, I feel like there's so many different ways I can go with this palette. I'm like actually really excited about this. I wasn't expecting to be as excited about this collection as I am, but everything looks really cool. So here are all of the shades right here if it wants to focus. So when I'm looking at this, I'm like, I don't know what I want to do for this look. These greens look really cool. So I feel like you could do a really fun green look. I'm also leaning towards doing like a navy blue with some of these deeper shades and one of those chrome shadows. These 2 blues right here look really awesome. got the yellow in there, a red if you want to do like a fiery orange look. I feel like there is a lot that you could do with this eyeshadow palette. Everything swatched really nicely. There are quite a few different Super Shocks in here as well, which I always like to see. This shade right here was a Super Shock, which I was not expecting, that like swirl pan there. So far, I'm impressed with this color story. Like I said, I have quite a few looks in mind that I'm thinking with this palette. So without getting too much dragging on here, let's go ahead and move into testing out the collection. Go ahead and start with the eyes first. I think I am going to do something kind of fun and vampy. So I'm thinking I'm going to stay within these darker shades, maybe use like all three of those. And I'm kind of thinking maybe a little bit of this blue on the inner corner. There's a closer look at the palette too. I know it can sometimes be nice to see it a little bit closer up. So, all right, let's start then. I think I'm going to actually do something a little bit different. I was thinking I was going to use this fluffy brush. I think I'm going to grab more of like a dense packing brush, and we're going to try something that I always do. But we're going to go into this shade right here, and I'm going to actually pack the shadows first because we are using some of these darker colors. Just do something a little bit different. So I'm going to pack this on the outer portion of my lid here, and then kind of bring it in a little bit. I'm just going to focus this just on the outer portion. Really just focus on packing that. A little bit of fallout there. The shade itself is very pigmented. It's like a really nice rich navy. On the lid, I'm actually going to go into this blue right here, and I'm going to start to fade that into this deeper blue. So I'm just using the same brush. I'm just flipped it over on the other side here, and I'm going to pack that right on this portion inside and kind of just fade that into the first blue that we used. I finally went to the dermatologist today, you guys. I know I've been telling you about this like issue I've been having with my skin. You can see how dry it is over here and all these little bumps. Like I've been having some sort of reaction since early December. I know I have talked about it in a few of my videos, but if you missed it, I don't know what's been going on with my skin. I've just been so stressed about it because I just can't seem to get it to go away no matter what I do. Well, I finally made the appointment to go to the dermatologist. I've been putting it off because I feel like it's hard with kids to just make the time, but I finally went, and they said it was because of my toothpaste, believe it or not. They said that they see that a lot. They called it, I think, dermatitis or something like that. But they said that it's from the fluoride in toothpaste. And I know I had recently started using like a newer brand to me, and I think that that's what it was. It was the toothpaste that I was using. So if you ever have any sort of issue like around your mouth like that, that might also be what's causing it for you. So I did end up stopping using the toothpaste that I was using. Because I like kind of put two and two together. I was like, I haven't changed any skincare. I haven't changed anything else, but that was the only thing that I changed. I'm just buffing this out very lightly, by the way. What they had told me was that because I was still using like a mint toothpaste, it was still agitating the area, because what had happened is I had gotten like infected. And I was having some sort of like allergic reaction to the fluoride, but because of that, I was still using the peppermint, or the mint toothpaste, like the other one I was using. It was just irritating it because peppermint and mint are like an irritant to something like that. So she said to just stay away from any sort of mint or cinnamon or anything like that. And I also have been using a lot of like lip plumping lip products. And she also said that that was not good either because that has cinnamon in it a lot of times, is what they use to like get your lips to plump up like that. So yeah, the more you know, right? So I am on an antibiotic for that. And then also she gave me like a topical cream as well, and she said it should actually go down in a few days. So I'm very, very excited to see it finally hopefully clear up, and hopefully that gets rid of that problem, because it's just been so stressful to not know, what's going on with your skin. This is looking really pretty. I'm really liking how this is kind of fading into each other. And this blue is very, very opaque. So now let's go into this shade right here called Rebel Spirit. This one is a Super Shock, and this one has a really pretty blue look to it. I think it's going to look great with these other two shades. So I'm just popping that right on the inner corner, and again, I'm going to kind of fade it into that other blue there. Tap it just a little bit into the blue. I think that this combination is really nice. I still want to try one of those chromes though, so we're going to add one of those over top, but I just kind of wanted to play with a few of the shadows in the palette first. Obviously, we're going to use the water one because we are doing the blues. So for this, I think I'm just going to directly use it on the applicator and just try out this formula. So I'm thinking I'm going to put it here in the middle. I thought I kind of like the way that this eye look is looking already, so hopefully I don't ruin it, but I do want to try this out and see what I think of it. The color is so cool. So I'm going to just tap it now with my fingers here. Definitely see it there. It's giving us a little bit of reflect. I do feel like it would be a little bit probably better if I had applied it prior to, you know, all those blues, because I feel like it's kind of maybe getting a little bit lost in there, but you can definitely see a difference on this side versus this side. I think it added a lot of extra sparkle. I definitely want to try these again like on their own so I can see them kind of how they perform on their own, but I don't think it looks bad there. I definitely think you can see, especially if I turn my head here, you can see how it kind of added a little bit of extra sparkle to the look. I am going to blend a little bit upwards here though, because I feel like it looks up a little bit there. There we go. But let's do an eyeliner. I kind of want to do a fun like pink in my waterline. So this is from Colourpop. It is their Amethyst Hour. I was surprised to not see actual gel liners collection. I know they have the other liners, but I'm surprised to not see also a few gel liners. That looks kind of cool, just a little pop of pink under there. And then let's use the blue graphic liner to just add a baby wing. So I'm just gonna swing this across the lid here. The thing with this formula is I really like it, but it is a very wet formula. So you're not gonna wanna like lift your lid or anything like that when you have it on. Let it fully dry down because it is so wet when you first apply it. But it does dry down really nicely. It just takes a second. So just make sure you don't like look up or something like that, because I feel like it will transfer. I was gonna do a wing, but I think with the shape I did with the eyeshadow, a wing would just kind of look weird. So I think I'm just gonna leave it with that line. I think it added something kind of fun to the look. I'm gonna go in with my Grande Fanatic mascara and just apply this to my lashes. I already curled them earlier. Look at my nails, match this eye look so nicely too. I'm putting my mascara on and I realized we didn't do anything on the lower lash line besides the pink. I kind of like that though. Like I kind of like that I didn't pull the blue down. I normally do always do that, but I actually kind of think it looks cool without. Okay, and here is the finished eye look. I forget how much I love this mascara. I stopped using it now for a while because I feel like I've been trying out so many new ones, but it's such a good mascara. I'll link it down below for you guys. It also has that, I think it's called Wild Lash or whatever, where it's supposed to make your lashes like longer over time. Let's try the highlight out. I'm gonna grab a little bit of the blue to make sure I get that kind of mixed in there with the pink, so we get a nice little swirl going, and I'm just gonna apply that to my face. Ooh, okay. It's got such a pretty like pearly orange look to it. It's kind of fun. It's also obviously got a little bit of pink in there too, and a little bit up here. I don't always wear a highlight as much as I used to. I feel like I'm not reaching for it as much, but sometimes when I put it on, I'm like, you know, it is kind of fun. Looking a tad bit glittery, but I don't think it's like emphasizing my texture or anything like that. So add a little bit here to the nose and a little bit on here. It's like I forget where all we need to highlight, but okay, I feel like that's kind of cool. It's got a cool shift to it. Like I said, it's like a peachy pink. All right, and we will finish with the lip. I'm going to go in with the Loyal Friend shade, which is just the nude, and use that as our lip color. Going on nice and smooth here. So here is with our lip. I'm loving this eye look. I feel like it turned out really cool. I love the graphic liner that we added. I think it just adds an extra pop. Loving these blues. I like that I did the pink underneath too. I thought it was kind of something different. I really liked this collection. I wasn't sure, like I said, what to think because I've never, you know, seen this or anything like that, but this palette has me pretty excited. I actually really want to dig into it some more. I really want to try out those greens like I said. I'm kind of thinking like a fiery orange look with something over here. I know we used some of the blues, but I want to try out this shade here maybe with the gold. I feel like there's a lot of dimension to this and a lot that you could do with it. It doesn't have any like basic matte colors that Colourpop always typically uses, and I don't know if that's what's having me excited about it. It's just that I feel like I'm seeing a good mix of colors. Like I feel like there's a good color wheel to this where I can use a lot of this to create a lot of fun looks. So I'm excited about this. I can't wait to try it out some more. Even if you're not a fan of this, like, you know, collection, maybe this will actually meet your fancy, because I feel like the color story is kind of neat. I really did like the highlight. I feel like it is a smidge glittery, so I don't know that I'll use it like all the time, but I do think it looks pretty on the skin. The Fresh Kiss lip I do like. I like that formula. It's a little bit more orange than I typically go for. I like a little bit more of like a cool tone nude, but I do think it was nice. The graphics liner I did really like as well. So all in all, I think this collection is pretty cute. You'll have to let me know down below what you guys think of it. And if you're a fan of the show, let me know what it's all about. Thank you as always for watching, and I'll see you very soon with a brand new video. Bye, friends.